No doubt this is very honorable, unique position. For most of us, it starts by dreaming about him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then it's upgraded to be, seen in the awakened state, awakened state. For us, it may be the opposite, maybe the opposite. Even seeing the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not the same. You have different quality of seeing the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And to be honest with you, out of my experience, I myself, suffered of some of these people see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why? Because they have wrong statement. They related it to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You see how this is sensitive issue. It is. What's the major cause? Yeah, let me rephrase this question. What's the major cause? To have this, what I call interference in your sight or in seeing the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What is the major interference in this? The major interference is from your side. Why? Because you don't have tarbiyah, suluk. We speak about Sufi and tarbiyah and suluk. I hardly see anyone, we say only give bay'a, tariq, zikr, whatever, But tarbiyah, suluk, to put your characters down, and try to say this, you explode this and you do this with that and you do this, the other, you see, and to have real tarbiyah, for us, I hardly see it, nowadays. And this is one of the major negative outcome of not having tarbiyah, with a sheikh. Okay, the second point I would like to highlight that we don't follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These two components, in my view, I may be wrong, they are the best protector, whenever you see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, not to have interference. If you accept, my statement, I suffered a lot of those people because I tend to say that I love the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I don't know, okay? And really, when I meet with a person, who see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I'm going to be semi-crazy or crazy, about it. And I have a shock, many times, with these people, when they speak about certain matters that I know for sure it's incorrect. And they relate it to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is the major problem. I love to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but I would like not to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and not to speak something wrong about him, rather than seeing him, and have a lot of interference. Okay? So what I'm trying to say, even though this may sound a little bit difficult, prepare yourself, behave yourself. Okay? Follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and then if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you this favor one day, to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I expect you not to have a lot of interference, or not to have interference at all, which I would like, I look forward to have this, in such a setting, But just to see the Prophet and sit there, and say, I did see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you should do this and you should do that and you should, and this is not good, This life, we are, what's the presence? Why we are present in this life? For one purpose only. What? To be slaves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Servant to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As I said, don't misunderstand me. This is very high and noble rank, to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the dreaming state or in the awakened state, But it has nothing to do with your task in this life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of His wisdom, may grant some of us with it, may not give it to someone else who may be much better in the sight, in the scale of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this doesn't mean that this person is better than the other, okay? But what I care a lot about, I don't like to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and then tell the people about certain matters that has a lot of interference, and it wasn't the truthful message that I should deliver to the people. Okay, that's what concerns me much more, than seeing the Prophet sallallahu. Even though I'm too eager to see the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but this is concern me much more.